When we came here, it was seeking a freedom that wasn't available or was unattainable, if you will, in the U.S.
Find love and self and home. We're not escaping and we're not running. It's really a returning to home.
Amen.
Hey everybody, Cartez Ross here, Move Abroad and Thrive. Today I'm interviewing two wonderful guests, Sonia and Jay. They recently moved here to Mérida to recreate and rebirth their life. Today we're going to talk to them about the transition they've gone through to make this move possible. Say hi to Sonia and Jay.
Hey.
All right, so we're going to talk about these cigars.
Yes.
I never had them. I'm new to this. I saw y'all had a box earlier and all these torches and whatnot. And you were talking, telling me that we just smoke and talk and tell tall tales. So that's what we're going to do today.
All right. That's all let's plan. So let's get you lit up.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to light it here.
Okay.
And go ahead and pull.
I don't see no flame.
But it's there. We'll get it real even for you. Now this is a treat for, I say, the sophisticated.
Oh, it is.
So I ain't supposed to inhale this.
Don't inhale it.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
inhale it. Just pull and put it back out.
Y'all going to be doing an event, hosting an event here with cigars. And
That's right.
Can you share a little bit about that?
That's right. So right here at Inheritance, that is this place as well as the event name, where we'll have multi-level opportunities to sit back, talk, enjoy cigars. It's an opportunity from those from the diaspora to come and find love and self and home.
Okay.
Right here, smoking cigars and talking. That takes place November 28th.
Okay.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And so it's really an opportunity. I remember growing up, and that's what you did Thanksgiving night or the day after you went out. You heard some blues or some jazz or whatever the case is. And so I want to continue to honor that opportunity of community work, being community and creating a place of belonging. What's Inheritance for you?
Inheritance for me is the place where I come to remember who I am and where I've come from. It's definitely a place where you have the permission to do all those things and explore what else could be for you as well as your community.
So would it be like a monthly, would this be an ongoing thing?
It's a monthly opportunity where we'll sit around and enjoy cigars. But then there's different branches to Inheritance as well.
Okay.
Because as often as we can, we want to create a space of belonging. And belonging means making sure that the community is okay. And so it looks like different things. And so check-ins.
Yeah.
Right. And so we check in different ways. And so sometimes it's an opportunity to check in and have those conversations, but sometimes it's having a meal together.
I like that. I like that.
It's having communion. So for me, and my liberation understanding is that communion looks like nachos. For those who are familiar with the Black church, there's always been wine or grape juice.
That's
For
right.
me, it's bourbon.
Okay. Wow.
And down here in Mexico, it's tequila, right? And so it's an opportunity to have your cigars, to break bread together, and have your communion.
I like that because, you know, particularly a lot of families have moved from the States and Canada and Australia. They arrive here, they kind of lock themselves up in the house, scared to go out. So this is an opportunity for them to meet other people, like you say, break bread, share stories.
Absolutely.
And the check-in part, I like that aspect of it.
Absolutely. So you're checking in, and it's not just breaking bread. That's a very important part of it.
It's more than just the check-in. It's more than just the breaking bread. It's building the community. It's reminding yourself of who you are. It's reminding yourself, like, when we came here, it was seeking not just community, but seeking a freedom that wasn't available or was unattainable, if you will, in the U.S.
Absolutely.
And so figuring out what that looks like and then building it and having the space to create it. I think that same of building community is also, there's a period of, or a degree of sacredness, if you will, of creating your chosen family. People always talk about family as, you know, or blood is thicker than water. So frequently leave off the rest of that sentence. Blood is thicker than water. well, the blood of the womb is not thicker than the no, it's the water of the womb is not thicker than the blood of the covenant.
Ah.
And so people are like, oh, blood is thicker than water. No, not always.
Wow.
And so your chosen family is just as important as those who you are born and bonded to. And so I think inheritance is also a place where you can continue to strengthen those bonds and create new ones with people who envision and dream either like you or not quite like you, but who still have those similar values.
Absolutely.
I love it. Okay, so if anybody wanted to attend this event, how would they do that, and how would they get in contact with you?
Call me on WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so we're on WhatsApp, or you can email either one of us, and then we can put that in the show notes so people can connect with us.
All right. So I'm gonna post that I'm gonna post the information in the description in the comments area. We'll flash it up on the screen as well. So definitely make sure you get in contact with Sonia and Jay for the upcoming event. Okay, so why did y'all leave the United States? Why Mexico? What prompted you all to make this move?
Really, I guess what prompted my desire, and I think collectively together, I won't speak for her, but some of those conversations came together, and it was really when my dreams and peace became too expensive. And so I really wanted that opportunity to be able to dream freely.
Okay.
I've always said that I believe that dreams come true.
Yes.
But I also believe that we have some accountability and a responsibility to making and ensuring those dreams come true. To actually listening to ourselves and our partners and realizing what's happening in the world.
Okay.
And so, I remember sitting in my desk in Chicago, tons of emails coming through, more colonization being demanded from the employers. And me just saying, this is too much. I closed the laptop and said, we got to do something different.
Wow.
And so that's really, how this came to be for me.
Okay.
Is that I wanted to be able to dream and live it out loud and begin to live into our inheritance. I believe that we have inherited one another, that we've inherited this space, and that there shouldn't be an expense on joy and dreams.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to begin chasing my own peace instead of that of anyone else's.
Okay. And what about you?
Amen. No, I think for me, I've always had that spirit of wanderlust. So even back to maybe 10 or 15 years ago, when I had started exploring, like, where can I go to get out of the States?
Yeah.
And live. And at the time, my son was much younger. He's an adult now. But, like, where can I go and live and raise my child in a place where I'm not fearful every time he leaves the house that I'm going to get a knock on my door that he's no longer with me. As a Black mom raising a Black son, that continues to be one of my fears.
Yeah.
My part.
Yeah. And so, yes, I think it really... For me, I had always had that dream in the background, and had always wanted someone to create it with. But of course, it's hard. You can do your own dreaming by yourself, but it's so much easier to bring it to fruition when you have someone to dream and build with. And so I have that with my partner, and that made this so much easier. But for me, that decision came from, of course, her coming home and being like, we have to do something different. But then also taking a look at the socio and political climate going on in the U.S. And the field of work I was in, so I was working, of course, for the federal government, and then with the current administration, my job got eliminated. Not because I was doing it bad, not because it wasn't helpful to community, but because it didn't fit their view of whatever they wanted it to be. And so it took a really long time for me to find even comparable work. And so I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to deal with that struggle. And so the workforce element combined with the politics, combined with the crackdown on what America they think should look like versus what I was always taught America is and was and could be. And those no longer were congruent. And I was like, okay, we have to do something different. It's time to go. And I remember us sitting down one night and having a conversation and just dreaming about like, well, what do we want life to look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it sound like? And then we started thinking about all the places we had been. And Mexico became one of the very top contenders of where we could do all those things.
You know, I really hope, you know, she said it beautifully, but I really hope that people hear that we're not escaping and we're not running. When we sat back and was dreaming this up, we asked ourselves, what is it that we want? And so a lot of it was rest and reverence.
Okay.
And so in creating what rest and reverence look like, we chose Mexico and we decided to come here. And so it's really a returning to home. And it's home that we've created, and it's home within ourselves.
Absolutely.
And so being here it's a beautiful feeling. It's like, wow, we're finally home.
Wow. So take me back to, you said you was at work and was like, hey, we got to do something different. What did that conversation sound like? How deep into that conversation did you get? How long did y'all talk about it before you all decided that, hey, we're going to go ahead and pull this trigger?
For me, the trigger's been met, so I don't even remember all the details. It was like, let's do it. But, you know, Jay was explaining that this has been something brewing in the back of our heads and in our hearts, and it's just now coming to fruition. So this has been a long conversation between us and, you know, let's face it, our ancestors and our environments to come to the, and family, absolutely, to come to this day.
What were some of those dreams that you mentioned that you wanted to achieve and felt that you could do here?
Yeah, for me, I wanted the space to be able to create. And so people are like, oh, create, she's an artist. I'm not an artist. Not at all. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. But my particular brand of artistry was the ability to create new pathways and new ways of being. One of the things I'm working on is I'm trying to decide if I want to do a PhD. And I was like, can I write my dissertation before I apply? And she goes, I mean, you can, but they're going to make you rewrite it. And for me, it was having the space to create that content. To do that writing in a space where I wasn't trying to shoehorn it in between other people's expectations and demands on me. It was creating a kind of life where at 2:00, if I decided I wanted to take a nap, I'm gonna go take a nap. If it is, I want to get up at 4 a.m. and watch the sunrise and stretch and move my body and have joyful movement, and then come home and make a healthy breakfast, is doing that instead of trying to run and grab something that's processed and full of additives and preservatives and things that aren't healthy. It was creating a place to, I'm not a spring chicken, so to age gracefully, right? I tell everybody all the time, I'm like, you live so much longer when you're not stressed. And so being in a place where we're not stressed, where I'm not constantly worrying about like, what will happen when I walk out the door today? What kind of news will I run into? I'm not pressed about traffic. I have to be somewhere at 4:00, and 4:00 is subjective. It's 4:30 is still 4:00.
You got a point.
And it's not with the intention of getting somewhere late, quote unquote, but it is the untethering of time and more so a tethering to experience. So wanting to create that, wanting to create a time and a space where my shoulders didn't feel like this all the time, and I wasn't constantly reminding myself, put your shoulders down, sit up, stretch out. To take up the space without feeling like I'm overcrowding someone else, or someone else feeling like because I'm taking up the space in my body that I'm now taking away from theirs.
Man, you hit on a lot of good points. For you all that are watching, they had very clear goals, dreams, aspirations they wanted in their life, a clear lifestyle. And I often talk about how important it is for you to know and understand your why. Because when you arrive, not just Mexico, but any place, whether you decide to live abroad somewhere else, there's going to be many reasons to go back home. And if you can't articulate or break down or understand why you're here in the first place, you'll take the first plane out of here. So I'm excited to hear that you all had a clear, your intentions were very clear, your wants were very clear, your desires were, this is home. So what is it like? How has it been since you all arrived? What's it been like for you all?
I'll start with, knowing that clarity, having that clarity of what I wanted. So when I got here, I had a measuring system.
Okay.
And so in measuring essentially what freedom looked like.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Because-
I'm get to hear this. Yeah.
And freedom has a sound.
Okay.
And it has a feel. And it's waking up every morning saying, babe, you hear that?
What? No.
And having that nothingness, right? And then sometimes, whether we're able to sleep with doors open or windows open, and then that means that there's another sound. So the sound of freedom are the birds chirping.
Ooh, you right.
Waves crashing.
And the waves crashing.
Wow.
Right? And so it's absolutely beautiful. There's no alarms demanding that we wake up. There's no expectation of what's going to take place after that alarm. The birds are just saying, told you, it's another beautiful day. Here we are. You awake yet? And they're singing God's beauty. Right? And so there is such a profound sacredness in the stillness. Right? We used to hear about, we'll listen to God's stillness or that still small voice, right? And the still small voice is here. I've now heard it, right? So we used to have, I'll speak for myself, we used to have questions sometimes of, man, is that really God's voice? Did I make that up? Am I hearing that? And the bird said, no, you didn't make that up. It's here, it's quiet. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to experience this level of freedom.
Wow. Listen, y'all, I've been trying to tell y'all that this type of lifestyle is real and it's possible, and you're hearing it straight from them. The hardest job I have is convincing people that this is real. Is there anything you can tell them more to make them understand that this is real?
It's absolutely real. And I would say trust your instincts. Trust what you're hearing on the inside. Don't worry about what you're hearing on the news. The news is heavy. The facts on what's happening to Black and brown bodies outside of the house, down the street, at the schoolyard, all of that is harsh. But there is some truth that is inside of you. So whether you want to say it's the universe talking to you, whether you want to say that it's God, or, I also believe that there is some divineness within us. And so if that is true, then listen to yourself. And so when you listen to yourself, then that means that all of that fear that surrounds us, that we have to meet it with some courageousness. Don't allow fear to show up and steal the show. We gotta meet it with courageousness. And when you do that, you'll be able to find places like this, wherever it is around the globe. It's just not in the United States, but around around the globe, that you'll be able to experience freedom and this level of beauty.
So y'all made the decision to pack up and come. Did y'all bring your stuff? Because a lot of people bring their stuff, some people just start over from scratch. Please share that.
Listen, there are no amount of spreadsheets that will prepare you for this move. There's something that said in the military that no plan survives first contact. Where's camera? No plan survives first contact. I am a spreadsheet girly, right? I had a spreadsheet saying, okay, this month we need to do these things. And next month we need to do these things. And we need this much money for this and this much money for this. And I need to make sure that we make this phone call on this day and this phone call on this day. And we need to arrange for this and this and this. It all fell apart. It's fine. It's fine.
Wow.
It didn't all fall apart, but one of the things that moving here, I think you had mentioned before, like there's a Caribbean time or Mexico time or what have you. Mm-hmm. It's different than what you experience in the U.S.
Yeah.
And so one of the things you absolutely must learn, even if you don't learn it before you come, within the first 48 hours of being on the ground here, is how to relax.
Yes. Yes.
You have to learn how to relax and let go. In
black terminology, sit down.
Sat down. One, because it's hot.
That part.
Two, because everything you're in a new place, and so it's almost like being a child again, that you don't know everything, and so you can't know everything because nobody's told you or you haven't experienced it. So you got to wait. Your time is no longer just your time. And so you have to wait and be patient. We did pack up all our stuff. We had booked a moving company here, and they told us they were bringing they was like, we got a 15-foot truck and a 10-foot trailer. And they showed up in a Sprinter van and one of them little trailers that folks use to cut grass in. They pull behind their pickup truck.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
and said, what you want to put in it?
And said, what you putting in it? But we had did a phone call with them and did a whole video call. And I was like, these are the things we want to take. And these are the boxes that we'll have. They're like, we got you.
Oh.
So,
so you couldn't bring all your stuff?
We could not bring all our stuff.
Oh,
and
man.
With that, once again, that Caribbean time, they was like, yeah, we'll be there by 9 or so.
Sorry, guys. The camera overheated. Yeah, we are in Mérida, so it's hot. So she's gonna pick back up.
Yeah. So they said that the truck they crossed the border. They let us know the day before that they were crossing the border. They were heading to us, and it was noon when he sent us the message. And I was like, okay, but y'all said y'all would be here at 9. He's like, yeah. We'll do our very best to get there in the morning. When we had hired the mover, the coordinator had told us, like, it's 2 guys that are coming. They take turns driving and they'll help load. He's like, but if you have some other help, that'll be great. So we hire a moving team. Moving team gets there at 8:30 so they can get stuff staged for the moving truck to arrive.
This is at your house?
At our house in Chicago.
All right, to help with okay.
And so we had a whole team coordinator. I had my son drive up to get with a U-Haul truck because we knew everything wasn't going. So he was going to take that stuff, like winter clothes and some of the appliances we weren't going to bring with us, to put in storage at my parents' house in St. Louis. And so he pulls up, he gets there at 10 o'clock. The movers are there at 8:30. No moving truck. And so I'm like, hey, where are the guys at? And I'm messaging the coordinator. He was like, they're coming. So he sends me a pin, and they're still 4 hours away. So they arrive at 4:30. And I'm thinking, okay, well, they'll have the truck. It's fine. Everything will be fine. Because we're still thinking they're coming with this truck and this trailer, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
The U-Haul has already left because my son has to go to work. They arrive, and like I said, it's this little van and this little trailer, and I was like, okay. Because what are we going to do?
Yeah.
So at that point, now it's like pivot. It's like, okay, we're literally going through the house as we've packed up our whole house. And we're going through saying, okay, put this on the truck. Put this on the truck. This box has to go. This has to go. Make sure, okay, our bed has to go and the couch has to go.
Yeah.
And so
they came outside and said, oh, the bed ain't going to fit.
Damn.
Make it enough. Make it enough. He's like, the bed's not going to fit. He's like, you can have the bed or the couch. I said, both.
Ooh. God.
It's like, so you want your dining room table too? Yes.
Yeah.
And so on the truck, we got 3 chairs but no table. And we pivoted. And of course, with U-Haul, if you rent a truck, you get a month of storage. So I had already said, oh, we don't need storage. I get back on the app. I'm like, I need this storage unit, please. So you just have to pivot. You have to pivot. We knew coming into this that you can plan and plan and plan, but expect everything's not gonna go right.
Yeah. In hindsight, would you bring all your stuff?
I'm
what you know now and being in Mexico and seeing what's available? Would you bring? Would you do it again?
Listen, pack 2 suitcases. Get 4 totes from Home Depot. The big black ones with the yellow lid. If you have a Keurig or like a little Ninja Foodie grill, your sheets and towels and your cookware, bring that. Leave the rest.
Wow.
Leave it all.
Wow.
Leave it all. Don't bring a winter coat. Don't bring long pants. Don't bring a hoodie. Unless you're going back and forth.
Yeah.
But leave it all. Leave it.
Now, why would you say that? Why would you say it now? Just out of just so they can understand your thought process.
I think, and it was
beautiful.
It is. It's a
I thought
butterfly floating by. It's gorgeous. I think coming to a new place. We had been to Mexico before. We had visited before, but it's always different when you're leaving home and you're going somewhere new. And so I think it's human nature to want those comforts. And in our experience, like we had just bought a lot of that stuff. Like we just got all this. So we don't want to leave it. We're going to use it. We're going to need it. Okay, we'll take it and we won't have to rebuy it when we get there. We'll have it. We'll have all the things we need. Because, whenever you move to a new place, for those people who've even moved to a new city, it takes time to discover, like, what's your favorite grocery store?
Yeah.
Where you going to get your cookware? Where you get your pots and where you get your towels from? What's the best place with your meat? Where you get your cleaning supplies from? It's like, so as much as that we could bring and not have to worry about that. Because remember, we came here seeking freedom and relaxation and the ability to be ourselves. So if we can remove any of those stressors, why not?
For me, I think this is an opportunity to kind of debunk some of the myths. So when we had came to visit, so whether you're in an Airbnb or something like that, you assume that the furniture ain't going. I'm sturdy, right? And so I need furniture that's gonna hold me up, And so I was like, no, we got to bring our furniture because I know, right? Or because we have been previously and stayed in Airbnbs. Well, the furniture is either not sturdy or they great grandparents' furniture that, and so I didn't want that, right? But now being here, you can go to Costco.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You can go to Sam's and what, and so a lot of
you can throw a stick and hit a carpet.
They make any and everything for you.
Everything. And so right now we have carpenters building us stuff.
I saw,
right?
And
so it's what you need is here.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Babe has a favorite scripture that really comes into play. And so it's so beautiful when you can begin to, in the theological world, we call it embodiment. You live into these things that you believe and you say you confess. And so here you are literally living out the things that we've been saying that we do, but we don't, right?
Yes. So that scripture is Matthew 6:34, I think. Don't worry about tomorrow because tomorrow's got its own problems. And so it prefaces with God takes care of the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the squirrels. And if you're made in their creation, in their image, then what makes you think that God won't also take care of you?
Absolutely.
And so as humans, it's like, but let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Wow.
Let it go. It's
Releasing control.
I have problems with letting go of control. I don't know if y'all can tell. I like to be in control. I can announce that. And once again, for my spreadsheet brethren, I like to be in control. But coming here and getting that renewal means letting go of that control. That's not just saying like, oh, I'm gonna just show up and be a bum on the corner. That's not what we're saying. But it does mean that you come and you take each day as it arrives. And there's nothing that's happened here that we couldn't figure out. There's nothing that we've looked for that we haven't been able to find or substitute. There hasn't been an experience that we've been seeking that we haven't found.
Now, y'all live a block from the beach.
Yes.
Now, had that always been, have y'all lived on the beach before? Had that always been a dream of you all's? What's it like being here?
It had been a dream for me. I've always wanted to live by the beach and thought of like, oh my goodness, how dope would it be to like wake up and go to the beach every morning? Spoiler alert, I don't go to the beach every morning. It's hot. The sand is hot. It's okay. But I do come upstairs in the morning and look at the water and listen to the trees and have a cup of coffee and I water my plants. Wow. And it's the time to just reconnect with my body and be like, how do I feel? Okay, what do I want to do today? Maybe I don't want to do anything. We were just talking this morning. I was like, one of the biggest things that I'm continuing to learn is how to be still and how not to be go, go, go. The body has, for the past 40 plus years, it's like you get up and you got to go, go, go. You have these lists of things to do. And so sitting still feels foreign. It almost feels wrong.
Yeah, it do almost feel wrong. I can relate to that.
Like, it's the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, on a work day, if you will. And I'm sitting on my patio having a cigar with the breeze of the ocean blowing in my hair. And I'm going to probably do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that feels wrong, right? But, and that's not to say like, oh, there's not work happening. There's not building happening, but it's at a different pace. It's not frantic. It's not a demand. It is having the ability and the privilege to listen to my body.
Y'all deep. And I like that because I think a lot of people will appreciate hearing you all's perspective. And I mean, because y'all going deep. A lot of the other interviews, it's a lot more, it generally surface, but y'all are sharing some really, really great gems today that I think are important for people to know and understand that you all can have this lifestyle. I mean, like you were just saying, and I felt that too. Sometimes it just feel like it's wrong. You know, I'm sitting down in the house, nowhere to go, nothing to do. It's just so quiet. And I'm like, my wife, I'm like, I got to go somewhere. Even if it's just getting in the car and just driving. And it's just hard to sit still and be with myself. Not by myself, but with myself, you know, it's taking a while to adjust to that.
Yeah. I mean, but it's really measuring or knowing your why, like you said, knowing your why and what that looks like, right? And so me, you know, coming out of the academy and the healthcare industries, it's go, 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 rush, rush, rush. And so now. And so success was measured on output, right? And so if you wasn't producing something, putting it out there, then you lack success, right? Or you wasn't really able to experience that sense of freedom. But here it's measured differently, right? And so for me, freedom and success is measured by how many times a day am I going to hear Jay laugh because she was having a conversation in Spanish, right?
Wow.
Being able to hear that laughter.
Yeah.
Right, with no pressure around is a beautiful thing. And then for me, you know, my success is now measured on presence. Am I there? Am I showing up? Am I creating space to appreciate these kumquats that are growing on the tree? And so that is something that is being prepared for us, and just the presence. And so presence within nature, presence with one another, and presence with others. Then that brings us back to that returning to home.
Yes.
And that sense of, for me, it's a great sense of accomplishment.
Wow.
And so going from producing and having to do it to this accountability to self is a measure of resistance, really, and an acceptance of softness and an acceptance of presence.
I love it. I love it. I had a thought, but I forgot.
That's the beauty of being here. Like, it'll come back,
or it won't. Yeah, or it won't. Exactly. I remember our first conversation on the phone. Y'all did a telephone consultation. You all said, hey, I want you to find us a house. We want to, when we get there, we just want to move straight in. Some people do that. Other people are like, nah, I got to come see for myself. You all wanted the beach house. Y'all gave me your budget. And at first I was like, man, I don't know. They want to be by the water. And we looked at a couple of houses. We went out, we recorded some houses with you all on WhatsApp, showed you the houses live. And the first one looked pretty good, like it was a pretty good deal. And so we kept looking and looking. And this place here, y'all, this place that they at right now, I made a video of it before. I'll put a link in the description. 3-level home. They can stand on this balcony, this terrace, and look and see the water. They got a pool up here, and this is where y'all gonna host the inheritance event up here as well. So I mean, we're literally sitting out here in the middle of the day, the nice breeze coming by. We were just all looking at this big, beautiful butterfly a moment ago. It's absolutely spectacular. So I hope I did a good job in finding y'all a place sight
Absolutely.
unseen.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll trust you again. Refer you out. Absolutely.
Thank you.
You know, personally, you know, every option, I appreciate you listening to what we wanted.
Yes.
Right? Because there's opportunities when we tell folks what we want and we ain't getting what we're asking for, right? And so from every option that you presented, I believe that you provided something that we could that was a good option. And then when you found this one and brought us out, it was an excellent option. And so we got all of the things. We got the space, we got the patios, the pools, and the ocean. So that was one of my things. Going back to what do you want? I wanted water.
You wanted the water.
Right? That was one of the things.
I had a much lower bar.
Really?
My bar was I wanted 2 bathrooms.
That was it. That was it. Wow.
That was my bar. I wanted 2 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. So kid came to visit, parents wanted to come visit, family, they would have somewhere to come. Because my end goal, and I think yours too, is to get family to realize like you can have a great life outside of the things that you've known all your life. And so I want a space for folks to be able to come and hang out. And so you did an excellent job at
Thank you.
getting both the things we wanted. I know you had asked before, have we ever lived on the beach? I had never lived by water. I had never lived by the beach, but it was always something I had wanted to do. I love being by the water. I love in the morning or even at night when the city quiets. Of course, everybody knows like the city comes alive at night.
Yes.
So it's very quiet now, and probably about 6 o'clock, the town square will open up and everything will light up, and you'll hear kids laughing and running and playing. Beautiful sound. And probably about 11 or so, everything will quiet down, and then you can listen to the breeze and hear the ocean. And that is one of my favorites. Is literally just to sit on the couch with the windows open and just listen.
She can be on the way to doing something and then she'll just stop. And I said, what? She was like, listen. And so it's, you know, and it's a constant reminder. We're still in that place of, oh my goodness, we're still here. Like we're here.
We're here now.
You know, can you believe it? And so as a reminder, she'll often, you know, ask us to slow down and just listen. And so, you know, in the background, like I can hear the palm trees and the coconut trees and the leaves going. And so when you really slow down and be still, she'll say, listen beyond the leaves. And that's when we hear the water crashing up against the sand, right?
Wow.
And we can hear what's happening in the distance. And so it gives us that space to reflect, to also dream, but to totally be present.
So you all are in the town of Chilim, which is a small beach town next to Progresso. You all are walking distance to the center of Chilim in the market. Have y'all explored those areas, and what is that like?
Yes, we definitely take a walk. One of the great things about not being on a schedule is your body resets.
Yeah.
And so we're waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock with the sun coming up, because your body knows like, hey, go ahead and do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Because about 11, it's gonna be a little warm.
It could be warm.
You'll need that SPF 300.
AKA the pizza oven.
Yeah. And so we've definitely gotten up. If we go up the street here on the corner and then make a left, we run into the fruit stand. And so Senor Juan definitely looks like I saw you next door at the other fruit stand. You didn't come see me. And I'm like, sorry. I'm like, lo siento, Senor. Lo siento. We walk and we figured out that it's actually like the cost of labor is so different here. And being able to invest in community is being able to walk in and drop our laundry off. And then she'll say, come back with us. Regresa jueves. I'm like, okay. Okay. So walking to get the walking to the fruit stand, walking to the carniceria, to get our meat,
to get your meat.
And I mean, yeah, you can still drive. It's about 30 minutes into Mérida to go to Sam's or Costco,
Yeah.
but then we can also get one or two things. And one of the things that's taken an adjustment is that the refrigerators are smaller.
Yes, yes.
And so that Costco run is not the same. Maybe your dry goods,
Yeah.
but you don't go. It's more difficult to go and get the big pack of meat and the big pack of bread and all the things. It's like you don't have the space for
You
it.
don't have, exactly.
And so it's much easier to go, to go up the street on Monday and get a few things for Monday, Tuesday, and then go back on Wednesday because the schedule is different.
Yes, yes.
I'm not rushing to go, and I don't have to think about like, oh, I need to do this on Monday and then pick this up and then drop this off and I need to be here and do this and I still gotta go to work and then when I get off I gotta go back and then I gotta cook dinner and that's not a thing. And so there is the capacity to say, oh, I want some mangoes. Let me walk down the street.
Walk down the street. And I actually it took an adjustment, not going to the store, buying all this stuff. And what I've learned by buying less, buy something to last for I'm not wasting as much food because by the end of the week, I'm having to toss the food because it got spoiled. And so I'm saving money that way and having fresher quality food and buying exactly what I need and not a lot of wastage. And
eating better.
And eating better. Eating better. And it's funny because when you go to these markets and you see all these fruits and all these vegetables, and I tend to end up getting more just because it's right there and it's in abundance. And it's like, you know what? Let me grab a few more extra mangoes and some.
Oh, no, it's too hot for that.
So,
and makes you remember whatever you pick up, you have to carry home.
That.
So quickly you figure out how much you want to carry home. You figure out like, oh, I got this big shopping bag and I'm one time only.
One time, you got one time.
The little bag.
Yep. I wanted some bananas, and so I got some bananas, brought them home. I didn't eat them until. Well, I didn't eat them, and so I was like, make sure that I don't buy any more bananas unless I plan on eating them that day, right? Because everything is ripe and ready and
ripe
beautiful.
And ready to go,
so it's not putting it away to preserve it and hold on to it. It's about being in the present.
In the present moment. Any final words of wisdoms or anything else you all want to add before we close out?
I think you can find whatever you're looking for here or anywhere else you want to go. But in the same vein, know what you want, but come as an open slate. So be willing to have a new experience. I'm just thinking about like in Chicago, like I think a few streets over, somebody's working on their house. In Chicago, it's like, why are you making this much noise? And now I'm like, well, it's fine. It's fine. Like it'll stop. Eventually it'll stop. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. It makes you have a new way of viewing and being. And so I say to folks like, listen, know what you want, but come ready to find.
Yes, absolutely. Come ready to find and come ready to begin living. Much of my life, I've been either practicing or teaching some sort of religion or theology and things of that nature. And I've always been one to learn the rules and learn how to expand them and learn from them. And sometimes that's a sacred disruption, right?
Yeah.
And so, but being here is really doing that. So I don't always have to use my voice to preach and to beat someone over the head with the Bible or things of that nature. Now we get to live it. We get to walk it. So our prayer life looks a little different now, right? It's literally walking on the seashells and putting your feet in the ocean and like having cigars and talking to my siblings as well as ancestors. We pour libations, right? It might be tequila today, it might be a little bourbon tomorrow. But this really is an opportunity to understand that the rush and the hustle, that's not holy. Being here, listening, being still, that's where the holiness is. Really, really living and restoring, renewing, all of those R words, reverence and respect, and all of those things is possible here. It's possible when you slow down and you're not trying to be like the Joneses or the Wellingtons. It really is finding out who you are and living into it.
And I'll add, it's realizing that what you think the things you need to survive in the U.S. are not the same things you need here outside the U.S. And so so like you said, hustle is not holy, right? And so it requires a degree. Here, you need so much less than what you thought you needed. You learn contentment. I was looking, I think I had talked to you. I was like, where do people go? Like, where's the Marshalls? Where's the TJ Maxx? That consumerism doesn't live here.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
You get what you need, and it does multiple purposes. When you're not in the rush to try and keep up with somebody, you're not trying to keep up with the next fad. You're not trying to. I'm sorry, I got you just holding my thank you. Anything for you. When you're not trying to hustle to get the next thing, the next best thing, you're not trying to keep up with whatever the fad is or whatever the media is telling you. Oh, you got to have this, or you need this, or here's the new next thing. That's not present here. You really you need to eat, you need to sleep, you need to rest, you need to enjoy. And that takes so much less once you slow down and realize what it really is that you need. Versus all the things you think that you want. You're being told that you want.
So travel light.
Travel light.
Bag lady. You're mission flight. Dragging all them bags like that.
That's right. So pack light, and bring your courage. Yeah. And you can do it.
I hope you all enjoyed this interview, this conversation, as much as I have. This was great. This was excellent. Thank you all for participating. They are like this in person. So sign up for that event. I'm going to put the contact details in the description area below, in the comments area. We're going to drop it on the screen as well. Reach out to them. Is it a limited space, a limited number?
It is a curated, intimate space.
Okay.
So definitely sign up and let us know you're coming to ensure that you have space, because we want everyone to feel the presence, and this is a place of belonging. So we want to make sure that you have your place here.
I love it. So make sure you reach out to them today and get set up. Again, thank you all.
Thank you.
If you all are considering a move abroad, you need help thinking through your plan and just want to find out more about living abroad, living in Mérida, Mexico particularly, or the surrounding areas, feel free to reach out to us on our website, moveabroadandthrive.com. Feel free to book a consultation as well. We could talk about your plan and kind of help you think things through, and we'll be more than glad to help you. So thanks again. Make sure you reach out to Sonia and Jay, and you won't be disappointed.